Told me not to be ashamed of what I got. Never mind, I'm hitting this up and down the block, babe. Held it down and the bills got paid. Said go ahead, baby, do your same thing. And when God blesses us, I want a Lexus with a highwayman in the Hampton. Girl, you must have lost your way from nothing in the world. Then it changed, things changed. I got a little money, bought me a car, bought that big house, and loving. Next thing you know, I'm sexing your friend. But if it's gonna make me change, make me do stupid things, they call my life to change. All radio, all record store, tell them to stop my records. Call the studio, let them know they can stop my sessions, cause I don't wanna sing no more.
This is Matt Fife, R&B guru from rnbhaven.com. Today with me is Calvin Richardson, the soulful singer behind the albums Country Boy, 2:35 p.m., and most recently When Love Comes, which hit stores earlier this year. Calvin's been in the game for a long time now, and he's worked with artists including Chico DeBarge, Casey Haley, Andrew Stone, and many more. Calvin, it's great to have you with us today.
Hey, it's good to be with Matt.
So I thought to start things off, Calvin, we'd go over your latest album, When Love Comes. Can you tell us a little more about it?
Well, basically, When Love Comes is my latest CD. It's out right now, and it's the latest after being on a 5-year hiatus. You know, my last album came out in 2003. I was on Hollywood Records. You know, I took some time off after I left Hollywood Records in 2006. And, you know, I bought a studio and I started just recording stuff, man, and just, you know, getting my legs up to where I wanted to be, because I wanted to finally make an album when I didn't have a label breathing down my neck trying to be all in my mix. And so When Love Comes is basically the product of that.
So how do you think working as an independent artist has helped influence your music?
Basically, man, it's just me. I chose the direction. I wrote all the songs. I produced the majority of the songs. And so for the first time in my career, the world gets an opportunity to hear the Calvin Richardson unadulterated, just me being me.
Looking at it as just you being you, are there any themes you saw that came out in the songs as you wrote and performed them?
Well, you know what? I wanted to stay true to my soulful background. I used for inspiration songs from Curtis Mayfield. I listened to a lot of Curtis Mayfield, Betty Wright, and stuff like that, just to get in the right mindset. There was no real theme to the album other than I wanted it to have a more contemporary, up-tempo feel as well, but to keep my ballads in place, man, and just talk about real things like I always do. But, you know, like I say, a lot of times I experienced in the past certain songs that I would write and certain things I would want to record. You know, the record label would want me to have another producer take a stab at it.
Yeah, I hear you. How do you think the album compares to a lot of the music that's out there today?
I mean, to me, there's no real comparison. It's just two totally different things than what's out there, man. I mean, there are some artists out there, you know, making their contribution to real music, but as a whole, it's different from everything else that's out there, man. You know, but like I said, I don't get caught up in trying to make records for radio and stuff like that. You know, I make records for what I feel and what's real. You know, if radio play it, that's all good. If they don't, that's even better. As long as the fans can, you know, connect with it and they can get it, I'm cool.
That's good stuff. Looking at the album, which tracks are your favorites?
Man, that's tough. You know, I really love Sing No More. Sing No More was my mind state for a minute after I left for Hollywood Records. The industry, man, is just so controlled and so driven by mainstream, and so I just, you know, really didn't want to sing no more. I didn't want to be in the industry. It wasn't that I didn't want to literally not sing no more, but I just didn't want to be a part of the industry. So that song, you know, it's a part of me and what I really felt. And I think Make Friends With Love, that's another one, man. You know, that's one of my favorites as well. So between those two, man, it's hard to pick. It's a toss-up.
Hey, I hear you. I really love Sing No More. It's absolutely infectious. Every time I start hearing it, I want to sing along.
Well, you know, that's what it is, man. That's good to know.
So now, you've been in the industry for a long time, and you said it's been pretty controlling. Do you feel it's been that way all along, or has it started to change as you've been in it?
From the label standpoint, it changed gradually. But I mean, as far as the industry concerned, I don't really see the change. Not for the better, but I mean, for real music, nah, man, it's still what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real commercial. It's not about real music, man. It's about, you know, what's selling at the time and who's the one that's selling those records. And if there's another artist out there that's selling records and he got a certain sound, then they want you to make product that sounds similar to that so they can capitalize off of those sales, man. So I don't think the industry is changing at all.
It's good to see you paving your own path.
Yeah, like I said, I'm staying my course, man. My entry into the game was as such, and, I stay this way until, I go out of the game. So, hopefully, by that time, there'll be enough of us artists made a good enough example that they can understand that you can sustain a career in this game regardless if you don't sell out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As I mentioned, you've been in the game forever, it seems like. And looking back on your career, I understand you started in gospel?
Yeah, man. I started singing in the church, man, when I was a kid. So, I've been singing in gospel since I was like 5.
So do you see any influence in your own music from gospel, or do you ever plan on doing a gospel album?
Of course, you know what I'm saying? What you listen to and what you want, that's the gospel. My background, man. That soulful sound, soul music came from the church. You know what I mean? And all the soul singers, everybody would know from way back in the day, man. Popular soul singers from Al Green to Betty Wright to Aretha Franklin, they all came from the church, man. And so did I.
One thing I read up was that you met the Haley brothers, Casey and JoJo, while doing gospel. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. They had a gospel group actually back in the day. It was Lil Cedric and Harrison, and Casey, he was the lead singer, and we went to high school together. Moved down from Baltimore, and we started singing in school together. I became a part of that gospel group, just traveled doing that, man, until they went to do Jodeci,
So did you ever feel kind of scoffed that they went to Jodeci without you?
Nah, not at all, man. I mean, at that particular time, we decided to make that move, and they called me about it, man, but nobody from our area had really made it in that area, you know what I'm saying, to just leave. And so they left without me, man. They went on and did their thing, and so I made a decision, and, I live with it. Like I said, I was able to get my own career going, so, I didn't sell a million records like they did, but at the same time, I have my fans out there. I can sustain my own life, my own sound, and my own identity.
You see, there's something about a groove, and how it sets a certain mood. You see, I can lay right here with you.